Picture a man going on a journey beyond sight and sound. He's entered the demilitarized zone. Good morning, Vietnam! Wow! I feel good. Time to rocket from the Delta to the DMZ. 0600, what's the O stand for?
Oh my God.
It's Mr. Leo. You know, this whole camouflage thing for me doesn't work very well. Why is that? Well, because you go in the jungle, I can't see you. If you're going to fight, clash.
That is not what we program here.
Surprise, surprise, surprise!
You are not funny.
You're not gonna last long.
Boy, do I have a surprise for you.
Good morning, Vietnam!
In 1965, Adrian Cronauer was sent to do the impossible.
I was sent here on very strict orders from a colonel. What the hell's going on here?
His mission? To build morale.
Where are you from?
I'm from Cleveland, man.
Obviously, Vietnam's not that much of a change for you.
His strategy? Keep them laughing.
If someone is not telling the truth, you say that they are full of...
His problem? Staying out of trouble.
You want to stick to playing normal modes of music. Jim Neighbors, Mantovani,
Percy Faith.
Percy Faith. Good. Yeah. He did a very off-color parody of former VP Nixon.
Seeing as how the VP is such a VIP, shouldn't we keep the PC on the QT? Because if it leaks to the VC, you can end up an MIA, and then we'd all be put on KP.
Sir, the man is a walking keg of dynamite.
He's read unofficial news.
Ethel Merman jams Russian radar. Oh, I've got a feeling!
What's he going to be like in 6 months?
Big dogs landing on my face!
What's he going to be like when he's 10 times as popular?
What's the weather like out there? It's hot, damn hot, hot and wet. That's nice if you're with a lady, but it ain't no good if you're in the jungle.
Touchstone Pictures presents Robin Williams as Airman Adrian Cronauer, the wrong person,
Very attractive man, ever so. Don't think I haven't noticed.
in the wrong place,
This will not look good on a resume!
at the right time.
Good morning, Vietnam!
What a country. Heat, humidity, terrorism. Still.
Good morning, Lehigh Acres. This is Chip Cod Roach, your host, and I know it's not Vietnam, but yes.
It's also not morning.
Well, it's close enough. And yes, I know it's not Vietnam, but yes, there's heat, humidity, reptiles, and people running around without any gun permits. So yes, I am reviewing the movie Good Morning Vietnam, and I will do it right after this Burger King commercial. So yes, you eat the food, and afterwards you play a board game. It's called Exploding Dung Chutes and Bladders, and I will show you that message right now.
Doesn't have it. Wendy's doesn't have it. It's Burger King's new flame grilled meatloaf sandwich. I love this place. You a big meatloaf fan? That's right. It's the new flame broiled meatloaf sandwich. Good deal? Flame broiled meatloaf patty with onions and ketchup. Would you like to try this? Good. It's much better than my mother ever made. Oh, okay. Sorry, Mom. How does it taste? It's thoroughly delicious. It's the new flame broiled meatloaf sandwich. It's your way, right away. I love this.
So this is a Burger King commercial. I know a lot of you younger viewers might have some questions. When did they do a meatloaf sandwich? Well, it did not last long. I actually found this commercial on one of my old baseball games, and they actually tried having popcorn and hot dogs, but it's Burger King. Nothing special about it. Why people eat it, I don't know. It creates excitement, but yet when you eat it, you poop out orange. So I have... And I guess it's all plastic food, so it all doesn't matter. Anyways, getting back to the quality, Good Morning Vietnam. And yes, I pretty much already called this a quality movie, so whoops on my part. So, anyways, this movie is about a DJ volunteering to go to Vietnam in 1965. And I'm sure you're wondering who would want to volunteer to go there, especially during this war.
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams, yes, he is the man. Yes, he has decided to go, and this is based loosely on a real character, real person. Sorry, Adrian Cronauer was a real disc jockey that did go to Vietnam. He was stationed in Crete, Greece, and he decided to go to Vietnam. I guess he said he wanted to travel more, and he was part of the U.S. Air Force. So Adrian Cronauer, who is played by the late Robin Williams, he plays the part in this. He is the radio DJ, and he does some pretty wild things. He He does unofficial news, which is a big deal in Vietnam. He also plays modern music, and at the time, it's the Beach Boys, just to name one of the bands that he does play. They want him playing other things instead, like Pat Boone or certain ballads of Frank Sinatra.
Oop, that's all Also, who the heck is blowing up the phone?
So, anyways, so he also chases a Vietnamese girl, which is frowned upon because their culture is very different than ours. You just don't go on a date with somebody. Oh no, it's a lot more complicated than that. So he also teaches English class, so he does that. The real character also did that as well, just not in the same way as the movie portrays. So other characters in this is Garlic, who is played by Forrest Whitaker, who shouldn't need an introduction, but I have a feeling there are some people that don't know who he is. He was in The Great Debaters, Fast Time at Ridgemont High. I'm not off to a good start. Taken 3, Vantage Point,
Nope.
Panic Room.
Nope.
I'm trying to think if there's anything you would have seen him in.
Probably not.
Well, Taken 3, you would have seen him in that.
I don't remember.
All right. Well, Forrest Whitaker, there he is. He is in this movie as Lieutenant Garlic. We also have, oh yes, Robert Wool is in this movie. He is one of the few that is still alive. He played Arliss. He was in the 1989 Batman movie, the movie Cobb. He is Adrian Cronauer's roommate in this, and he's a neat freak.
Nope.
Yes, I did. Oh, I will. Don't you worry. So we also have Bruno Kirby. He is Lieutenant Hawk. He is, well, we'll find out how much of an Adrian Cronauer fan he turns out to be. But might have seen him in When Harry Met Sally. He was in City Slickers. He was I believe he was a voice in Doctor Dolittle 2.
No.
All right. Well, no. Then we have J.T. Walsh.
Nope.
The late J.T. Walsh. So this is turning into a movie that is one big obituary. So J.T. Walsh, we know him from A Few Good Men, The Client,
Nope.
Blue Chips.
Nope.
Oh, for goodness sake, Breakdown,
Nope.
The Negotiator.
Nope.
Well, this is obviously he looks a little thinner in this movie. He really he ballooned at the end of his career. So that is pretty much J.T. Walsh. He mostly plays an antagonist. Every now and then he has a nice part. He actually had a decent part in A Few Good Men.
Who are you playing that?
He was Markinson. He was the guy that he wanted to tell about the Code Red and never got around to it. That was Jack Nicholson's assistant, I guess you can kind of say. You would recognize him if you saw him. So, anyways, so yes, and then we also do, of course, I forgot to give the introduction to the late Robin Williams, and we all know he was in, oh, let me get it out first, Mrs. Doubtfire, where he plays the old lady. And then we have Jumanji, What Dreams May Come, Dead Poet Society,
Nope.
Popeye, Mork and
Nope.
Mindy.
Nope. You forgot Hook.
I'm getting the hook. I'm just surprised at how many no's he's getting. He was also in Flubber.
Never seen it. Heard of it, never seen it.
Okay, well, that is some of Robin Williams' movies. Oh, yes. Fine. Hook and Man of the Year. I'll even say Man of the Year.
Okay, I've seen that one.
I would have voted for him for president, too, especially if he voted this term. Just saying. So, anyways, so Good Morning Vietnam. So, I pretty much got to all the characters, and I'm pretty much going to do this movie by clips like I normally do, because I already said that he was an English teacher, pretty much a wild DJ. So I'm just going to get to it, and I'm going to show the first clip. Let's see how he gets along with J.T. Walsh's character, who is Major Sergeant Dickerson. That is his name. I am not giving you $1. And I'm going to show you that clip in just a second.
United States Air Force. The hat does give you away. This is not military issue, Airman. What sort of uniform is that?
Greek camouflage. If you want to blend into a crowd of drunken Greeks, there's nothing better.
That is humor. I recognize that. I also recognize your species of soldier. I had a guy like you on the field one time. He blew himself to pieces, but not before his humor cost the lives of 3 very fine individuals.
Well, obviously, they may have gotten off on the wrong foot. Major Dickerson here, or I'm sorry, Sergeant Major Dickerson here, didn't like the clothes he was wearing, which I don't know, I guess. And then he makes a joke, and oh boy, he did not like that. I think Major Dickerson would be a hero to Generation Boring because he is obviously allergic to a sense of humor. So now him he doesn't get along with at the beginning of this. Adrian Cronauer and Lieutenant Hawk had a good relationship, a really good one. He thought he was funny. The conversation was pleasant. Let's see how long that lasts. I will show you the clip of his first broadcast in just a second, and let's see if they still have the same cushy relationship. Let's see how long that lasts.
Good morning, Vietnam! Hey, this is not a test. This is rock and roll. Time to rock it from the Delta to the DMZ. Does that sound like an Elvis Presley movie? Viva Da Nang. Oh, Viva Da Nang. Da Nang me, why don't they get a rope and hang me? Hey, it's a little too early for being that loud. Hey, too late. 600, what's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early. Speaking of early, how about that Cro-Magnon Marty Drywitz? Thank you, Marty, for silky smooth sound. Make me sound like Peggy Lee.
Morning, Thea.
Well, this is his first broadcast. I would like somebody to comment on this. What did you think of it? I actually thought it was quite funny. I did like the music that he also played. So, yeah, Lieutenant Hawk is not really understanding his sense of humor. He also didn't like that he's also playing modern music. So obviously there is going to be a little bit of a problem. And once again, for Generation Boring, this is perfect because this is Lieutenant Hawk is perfect for them because it's obeying rules. People today like to be controlled. So, yeah, so Lieutenant Hawk is probably going to be a favorite for Generation Boring. So, yes, Lieutenant Hawk, everybody. And with him, with the big nose, is Richard Edson. And we remember him from Eight Men Out and Mario Brothers. Those are pretty much the two movies that do kind of stand out with him. So, and also do the right thing. That's the name of the other movie that he was in. So now I will show the clip of where he, I guess, slides into being a English teacher. And once again, he's doing this because he's chasing a Vietnamese girl. Let's see how this works out for him. I will show that clip in just a second.
Hello, class. My name is Adrian Cronauer, and I'd like to get to know all of you by having you write down your name, address, your home and work phone on a piece of paper and pass me forward.
Such a slow on teacher. You're not supposed to be in here.
I was sent here on very strict orders from the principal.
Well, this is the English class here, and he gives the. Now I'm not sure the exact amount that he gave the original teacher here, but I do know that this part never actually happened. The original, the real Adrian Cronauer did teach English, but he did not do it like this. He actually volunteered. So this is something that did not happen, and he did not chase a Vietnamese girl either. So now that he did, he friends the girl's brother. So I'm going to show you a scene with the two of them together because I do have to show this because it is important. Unfortunately, trust me, there's a lot that I would like to show you, but again, I don't give too much away. So I will show you that scene in just a second.
Headphones. Eat. Eat. I can't. It's still trembling.
No, be okay. And I'll tell you okay otherwise. You like it? You see? You don't trust me.
What's the man? It's just a... I can't eat something that looks like a cesspool.
You might not trust you, but you do not trust me. You want to be my friend, you trust me. You would eat it.
I'll be on one of your pal.
So he, this is his friend. I believe his name is pronounced Twang or Twan. Sorry, Twan. And he's trying to get him to trust him by, and we have a Stimpy trying to jump in on this conversation. So Stimpy wants the food that Robin Williams is about to eat because it looks like it's some type of seafood. Hey, I don't want to hear it. If you say it looks disgusting, well, you know what? It's better than Burger King. So Dan Cortese is going to get mad at me if he is, if there's some chance he's watching this video. So he does trust him, and then he eats it. So it is, I guess, incredibly spicy. So he does kind of jump up and yeah, he says a few expletives. If you, I guess it really caught him off guard. So this is his friend here that he did meet in Vietnam, and there is a story that goes along with this. So stay tuned. It does get exciting. So now we're going to see how the wonderful Stephen Hawke is taking to this Adrian Cronauer show. I'm sure he loves it a lot. So I'm going to show that clip in just a second.
Daddy? Just cool your tongue, Airman, because I intend to take issue with your performance. First of all, don't make fun of the weather. And don't say that the weather is the same all the time, because it's not. In fact, it's 2 degrees cooler today than yesterday.
Me without my muff.
I'm trying to run a meeting here. You know, I hate the fact that you people never salute. I am a lieutenant and I would like salutes occasionally. That's what being a higher rank is all about. Second, program. Frankly, I found your I love a police action remark way out of line. How can you have the gall to compare the conflict here in Vietnam with a glass of cappuccino coffee?
This comes off. I was just trying to be funny.
Funny is good. Funny is good. But then do it by using comedy and humor, not police action and coffee remarks. Furthermore, you want to stick to playing normal modes of music, not wild stuff. Those we would find acceptable here include Lawrence Welk, Jim Nabors, Michael Barney,
Percy Faith.
Percy Faith, good. Andy Williams, Perry Como. I'm sorry, do a couple of pieces.
Likes to say pieces instead of press conference.
And if you do happen to speak with him, please be polite and to the point at all times.
Affirmative, sir.
Affirmative, sir. Good. Okay. Who do we have slated for live entertainment in November?
Well, we originally wanted.
Well, this is the little meeting here that Stephen Hawke decided to have. And, I mean, you try keeping a straight face during this whole situation here. I would probably be laughing a lot. And Robert Wuhl does have an interesting laugh in this. It is very, very loud. So, at the very end of this meeting, they do make fun of how he says, and if you do. So yes, they do actually make fun of him when he leaves the room. And he does yell at Mr. Longnose. So this whole scene, in my opinion, is very, very funny. I actually enjoyed this. I actually wanted to play the whole thing, but it was longer than I actually thought. So obviously, Stephen Hawke has quite a problem with Adrian Cronauer. And I think he has a problem with everybody, including getting dates. So this is another reason why Generation Boring would love this guy. So now I will show the next scene here. It's it's a bit explosive. So I will show that clip in just a second.
Guess that beach movie really impressed her, huh? I gotta get her something.
Well, here's the part here with this is Jimmy Wah's bar. So I don't know what's worse, the explosion or the formaldehyde beer that he was drinking at the bar. You be the judge. And yes, that's not actually a joke. He really said that they put formaldehyde in beer for flavor. So the bar blows up. His friend gets him out just in the nick of time. So there's little clues here to what's going on. He was pulled out. His friend Tuan said that this is going to be his big chance to date his sister. So he gets out of the bar, and then boom, it blows up. So this is the first movie where Robin Williams is showing a comedic side, and now he's showing a little bit of a dramatic side. So sorry, Adam Sandler, but Robin Williams can actually act. So I'm sure he's doing it in the afterlife a lot. So yes, Robin Williams is actually showing off. I believe his. This is the first movie where he does show that he actually really can act. He's not just a comedic actor; he can do a serious part as well. So now, what does he do with this explosion? This is somehow unofficial news in Vietnam. So I will show you what happens in just a second.